All aboard. I'm Callie Jack. This is How Not to Game with Callie Jack. It's Fried-Day Friday, where I basically play whatever game we got. Nobody made a suggestion, so I rolled my four-sider, and the OpenTTD number came up. So I set up a 128 by 512 map, and that's what we're going to play on. Yeah, I had another map that I'd started, but that doesn't mean I want to go back to that. I'm still trying to learn this game. I got 7,000 hours plus over in Semitrans. This game, 200. Maybe 250 if you count the earlier version that was downloaded years and years ago. Let's see what we can do here. And I've already made my decision as to what I'm kind of lining up. So I got a nice coal mine out here. Going to unpause the game. We're playing vanilla. Yeah, I know. I should play the fancier versions that everybody else does. You know what? Vanilla's where you start, guys. Everybody starts with a vanilla game. On every game. Unless they're crazy. Alright. I'm just laying the track. I'm not caring too much whether it's perfect. I'm just doing this for the first line to get my first thing going. And there's a power plant here in the middle of the map. Range right about there. That's kind of where I'm headed to for the first delivery. And unlike a lot of players, I don't believe in blowing through every little bit of resistance. So when there's an industry, I leave as much of that industry intact as possible, especially farms. And we now get our little setup here to there, and that should connect him in. There's our line. All right, let's get a station in. Station length 5 sounds good to me. I'm going to do a station length 6. And we're going to set it up as a dual station. Unfortunately, I got to do some groundwork here. There we go. Do that station 6. And I'm actually going to pull him back a little bit further. And leave him out just a hair. So my first connect up will be from one side. And this will let us put in sidings down the road. And we're trying to get over to here. Okay. Leaving room for sidings for other industries to be picked up down the road. And there we go. Take that guy out. All right, and here at the coal mine, just a single, one tracker for now. 6 long. Crash out. Yeah, this side here. Yeah, down the road I can probably straighten this out a little bit, but I'm not as worried as most. And then over here we will do a single depot, and then a depot right in here somewhere. There we go. Not going to make the depots mandatory, but we do need to set up our vehicle. I'm going to start it off with a Kirby. And then we need coal hoppers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. There we go. Close a new vehicle. We're going to orders. Show train orders. From here. To here. Full load. Unload, and we'll find something in this area to take back with us in a moment so that we're running something in that coal hopper, another coal mine back to another power plant or something. But I want to get our first train running and make us some money. There is an issue with the Germany game. Did suffer a system crash right after saving and loading up the videos last night. Do not know if the game was saved or damaged in the system crash. I will be checking that later this afternoon and give an update. We might have to restart Germany from an earlier save point if I have a bad save point. Hopefully I don't. Close this out. There's one thing I have learned. It's go to train details. And I do not like the default maintenance. I take it down to 90 days. And let's get this guy moving. While our first train is going to go down, load up, and get set, we now need to find another coal mine to move things from. So let's go to the map. The world, and where's the nearest coal mines? Ooh, they're down quite a ways. But we got this guy over here. Could do a short run to him. Or we could do a longer run to him. Only to the power plants. You don't go to your steel factories. At least not in vanilla. Alright, what do we got? Oil refineries. We're all there. Yeah, those are all down at this end of the map. So there's not really a good return stroke for this first train. And that means that this is an intermediate train that I'm building. He's just one to get me started. Carry oil back to this guy and then pick up from our main line. I like that idea. Iron ore mines going to steel mills. So what we're going to try to build is a main line with spurs and sidings. And this may not seem very realistic to everybody else, but it's actually realistic in the real world. So we're going to build a station here. And then go back to the map for a second. And we want oil refinery. And I want a pretty good distance one. I want to go to the farthest one in. And he's going to be sort of a spurred off line. So his initial spot is going to be right there. Do a tad bit of landscaping here. Oops. There we go. As I begin to show that I'm going to do my rough due diligence to build up a system here. And again, I'm just launching just the initial line here. I am not going to be doing much more than that. And I've got a plan. Let it not be said that Kelly Jack is always stupid. Actually, I gotta be further out. That's right. So that he can come out the way I need him to. So those need to come back up. There we go. And I probably better plant some trees too. Get on the good side here. And I need a tunnel. Borrow a bunch more money. Not used to the finances on this one, so if I go bankrupt, guys, there's a reason behind it. That, and let's not forget who we're dealing with here. All right, where's my another line? Those oil wells all the way down there. So I do kind of need to do a turn down into here to avoid all this farmland, cut through here and then dig just a small amount of farmland, hopefully. Right through here, and we'll do that right now. We'll clean up our line at the end. I am not as fastidious as some. This is going to be my early double line section. Just because I have a feeling I'll need it in here. And there's where I need to get to. So let's build a down line, cover line to here. Kind of follow the terrain there and take advantage of it. It bit me. Okay. You, bye-bye. You. Do that. There we go. Take out that little hillock. That guy. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. Hey, can you put back in your rivers? That's a question. No. See, now that's something I don't like. I'm not certain I like that. I like having my rivers be preserved. There we go. Do my little double line stretch here for a passing lane that I kind of knew I was going to need. And then I need to come through this gap here. Yes. Perfect. And I'm going to take and put the double line in here once more to preserve a pathway by a city. There's a reason I just did that. There's going to be two crossovers. All right, 22 minutes in. I'm nowhere near as fast as a lot of these other guys are, but that's because I am not in my normal game, guys. As we know. Preserve as much of that around the town as I can. About here, I'll take and do a connect back down. All right. Now we got to get back up to here. I think folks can kind of see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be like a real railroad would be back in the day. And kind of not be as bloody a fool as some would have you be. There we go. Come back along the line, start to clean up my mistake portions. Do my last little bits of leveling here. And this line is now completed. And we're cleaning him up. All right, we'll come back after I get my first train going here. Let's find that spot where we're grabbing the oil, make our connections. If I can think this through, this might work. If being a mighty big word, there's always an awful lot of stuff coming off of if. And because I am American, we will, of course, be doing right running. Let's see, signals. One-way pass signal. Two-way pass signal there. Do a depot about here. And I need a two-way pass signal here. Yeah, that's just a pass signal. Need one here and one here. Take out the confusing rail sections. Might cause some jam ups going in and out of the station here. Looking for my train. Has he departed? That's actually a good question. Had I made any money? Yes, we're making about $58,000 a year. So as long as I stop borrowing money, take this down to about 114, and we need to take and get our oil train going. Again, I'm going to take the Kirby because he's a nice, steady train. Oil tankers galore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 station tiles. Yep. He's going from here to this one. Full load, unload. And we'll figure out a way to take and bring stuff back to that one along the way at a later point in another episode. It's been a 30-minute episode. Cali Jack trying his hands at the joy that is Semitrans. Before he sends out, I want him at about 100 days. Thank you. We'll be back to take and put in the depots along the way so I don't break down totally. And he's lost already. I'm terrible. Or is he? Did he find his way? It looks like he's finding his way. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy. No, he's lost. So this must be a bad signal here. I'm used to being able to replace without destroying everything. We'll see if he figures out what he's doing at some point. Maybe. After all, I'm Cali Jack, and this is how not to game. Hey guys, catch you in a bit.